Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It's a real pleasure to have you, to have your questions and to hear your comments, and also to have new suggestions for videos in the future. So please do keep them coming. I am so grateful. Today's video is on the subject of internet trolls. I experience them nearly every single day, and it's something that you need to get used to protect yourself against when you're doing a lot of your work through social media. Luckily on YouTube, many of the negative comments are automatically erased, so you don't get to see them. But there is some strange process where you see the notification and you see what's been said, but then you can't go back and respond to it because it's already been taken away by YouTube. But if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever other social platform or vlog that you're on, it has to be something that we need to know how to take care of. And it's all very well saying ignore them, be the ice mountain that they can't climb up. But there are things that are helpful to do to get your energy in the right place, to rebalance, to let go of the inner critic that sometimes gets switched on when someone else has a go at you. Now, something happened to me recently. I get so many kind of troll type comments, and normally they're talking about the content. Well, to me, that's fine. And I differentiate between a troll who's attacking what you've said versus a troll who is attacking you. So if they're attacking what you've said, to me, that's okay. And I overcome that by simply thinking we're all different, we're all unique. We all have something to share and something to say. Some people will resonate with it, and often many do not. So we can't all agree. We're not all on the same page. We're not all looking for the same thing. And that's the wonderful diversity of humanity. And I love that. So it's okay when someone has a go at my content, someone doesn't agree with it, because I'm not here to ram content down your throats, and neither are any of us here on social platforms who want to share something that's worked for us, to give people the benefit of trying something new so that they can experience it and figure out for themselves if it's okay, if it works for them. That's all I'm here for. But if someone attacks me personally or attacks you personally, actually that can be quite hurtful. So if you're not feeling kind of super strong, balanced and grounded, it can really kind of get you. It can really deplete your energy. It can drain you. And sometimes when you're in a low place in the first place, it can completely turn on your inner critic, and you get into that kind of imposter mode syndrome. I don't know whether you can relate to this, but as soon as someone says something nasty, so this particular person told me that I was as dumb as a bag of rocks, and that I should tie myself, my legs, my feet to a bag of rocks and chuck myself into the sea. Not very nice, really. And to find that whatever you've said has elicited that comment, you're thinking, wow, is there something in there? Have I said something really hurtful? Have I looked really stupid? And the imposter syndrome comes right to the fore. Your inner critic volume is turned up and you're thinking, am I stupid? Do I deserve that? Or what have I done to deserve that? Or maybe I shouldn't be here at all. Maybe I should just pack it all in. If that happens to you, if you get upset and your negative energy comes to the fore and you hear all of your own negative criticism, your inner critic comes out and you feel depleted, low in energy, and you just don't want to do any more, then this video is for you. First of all, it's good to recognize that, trolls, internet trolls, are basically, psychologists have studied this, they are sadists and narcissists. Basically people who are out there feeling lonely, feeling sad, needing to have some attention. So it's good to keep that in mind, because what they're saying isn't necessarily rational. It's nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So oftentimes it's good to get that picture in your head first. But if you're in that negative inner criticism, in that mindset where you feel depleted, it's difficult to even get into that space. So let's do some energy medicine work. I've got 3 different exercises for you to follow along with. You don't have to do all of them one after the other. Try each of them. This is where you are your own expert. Do what works for you. But each of these exercises are designed to calm your own energy system, calm your stress response, bring love and self-compassion back into your energy field, protect your energy field so that you feel rebalanced, you feel reconnected to your higher self. You can let go of your ego that's saying, I'm hurt, this is painful, and actually rise up and actually try to feel understanding and feel compassion so that you're not triggered to respond, you're not triggered to react, and you can just let it all go. So if you've been trolled, follow along with me. The first one is an exercise I absolutely love for its simplicity. It's called the hookup. Just going to rub our hands to get our flow of electricity going, and we're using our middle fingers, and one goes into your belly, pressing in, the other goes to your third eye, pressing in. You press in and hook up, and it's as simple as that. And just do this hold for as long as it takes, 30 seconds, a minute. And just take some deep breaths, breathing in through your nose. Shut your eyes if you want to, and out through your mouth. And sometimes if you do a whoo, just slowly, quietly, whoo, it's a very soothing sound. Ooh. It just totally brings your energy back into your center. This is actually a beautiful hold for clearing and opening your chakras. It's connecting your central meridian, the line of energy that runs from your pubic bone up to your lower lip, and your governing meridian, the one that starts at your coccyx and comes all the way up your backbone and over your head to your top lip. It creates the microcosmic orbit. And this is not just me saying this, it can be actually tracked and traced and measured. So when you're doing this hold, you're creating a protective layer of energy. So you wouldn't go outside with no clothes on. This is the equivalent of gearing yourself up and putting your energy suit on. So it's providing strength to your aura, to the membrane of energy that kind of protects you, a beautiful protective bubble. So when this protective bubble is strong, you're less likely to be triggered by a troll. You're less likely to feel that your ego needs to be supported because you're already connecting to your higher self. You feel okay. So that's a great thing that I include in the energy shower. I'll put a link to that. But the energy shower is something that I do every day to make sure my energy is strong and robust, because we need that in this day and age, particularly if you're working, on a social platform as I do. And the second one is, again, it's something that I've shared before. It's called the heart hug. Just put your hands underneath your armpits. Your thumbs are connecting with this beautiful trigger points here that support your lymphatic system. It's also connecting your central meridian. So you're also connecting the energies, crossing your energies over your heart space, just inviting compassion and self-love. Self-love is a wonderful thing, but if you feel that you're not in a space of loving yourself, at least go to that stage of being kind. Imagining that you're being kind to a friend, a small child, your child, someone who's hurting, and bringing that kindness to yourself, saying it's okay to feel hurt, you're human, it's natural, and it's okay to let it go. And I often find in this space it's good to do an exercise that I've called SOUL, S-O-U-L. Soul, S is for stop, just stopping yourself in your tracks, taking a pause. So when you feel triggered, it's good to just take some deep breaths. Just slow your whole body down, slow your system down. When you slow your heartbeat down, it's starting to slow your brain waves with it. And in this hold, you're just being naturally compassionate to yourself. It's inviting your system to slow down and your consciousness to center. And so you've paused. And then you can in soul, stop and observe. Observe yourself. So what's really upsetting you? Is it something that a complete stranger has said? Someone who doesn't know you, understand your unique gifts? Or is it going back to an old pattern? So maybe it's going back to someone who criticized you, someone important, someone who maybe lashed out when they were upset and they didn't really mean it. But you've held on to that as a child. Maybe you couldn't filter out what they were really upset about, so you took it on board. It's time to observe what's really important right now. Why do I feel this way? Is it in relation to what's going on right now? Is it serving me to feel this way? Probably not. There's no need to feel upset about someone long distant you don't know, who doesn't know you, who's only asking for attention themselves. So you can understand the you. Stop, observe, understand. So understanding that you don't need to be triggered, that it doesn't serve you, and that maybe showing compassion to yourself is the best way to go. And that maybe you can ask yourself the question, why would this troll, this person, be lashing out? Are they lonely? Have they been hurt? Have they been trolled? Have they got a really strong opinion that they've held that's not serving them either? Has someone told them to do this? Do they feel pressure? Whatever the reason, you're moving into exploration. You're moving into understanding. And once you've got compassion for these people, well, maybe you can have compassion for yourself and for everybody. Let's move into our last hold, a neurovascular hold. It's where you put the heels of your hand onto your cheekbones, and then you can put it over your eyes. I'll hold it like this so that I can still see you. And when you press your cheekbones, that's the top of your stomach meridian, the place that goes into knots, the place that holds tension when you feel upset. So this is asking your energy to go to ground safely, to feel grounded, to let that upset just flow safely into Mother Earth. And crossing your fingers here over your third eye is connecting with your nervous system. Your wonderful nervous system, where it's important to feel fear sometimes, but this is about letting go of that fear, saying it's okay to feel that, it's only human, but it doesn't serve any purpose. We can look around, we're not in danger, we're not under threat, we can let it go. And the rest of our hands here over our forehead and going to our hairline and towards the crown of our head are touching some important neurovascular trigger points. Neuro, connecting the nervous system, vascular, connecting our blood system. So inviting all of our energy to calm, our blood to flow, our energy to flow, to go to ground, to stop the fight, flight, freeze response, to let go of that stress. And in this hold, we come to the last point of soul. We've stopped, we've observed, we've understood. Now we want to love. Take our next action from a space of loving ourselves and from appreciating that there are people in more pain than us out there. How can we help others who have been trolled? How can we use this experience to help ourselves, to share with the world something that we can all do? So that's what I've done today. I'm showing 3 tools that can help you if you've been trolled. So in experiencing that negative feeling myself, I've moved from fear, from self-loathing, from the imposter syndrome, to understanding, to compassion, and then to sharing my tools with other people. So there you go. You've got 3 amazing holds to feel balanced, grounded and centered, so that you can be that ice mountain where trolling, what people have said either about you or about what you're saying, no longer affects you. Because if you don't go back, you don't comment, you don't show any emotion, you are that ice mountain. They can't climb up. All they can do is slip down and fall away. And you are strong and serene despite what happens. And that's what energy medicine is great for, allowing you to live your life, to be yourself, to be calm and grounded no matter what. So I hope you've appreciated that. If you've liked this video, if it makes sense to you, please like and show the channel some love by subscribing. I'd really love for more people to see this, because trolling is something that affects us all every day. I remember a time when trolls were just fictitious characters out of a fairy tale. Now they're just nerds on the internet who are desperate for your attention and desperate for our compassion. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you on my channel again soon. Cheers, guys.